it's Dink. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new. My name is Dink and I post Disney related content such as unboxing hauls. I talk about Loungeflies, Funko Pops, Disney food vlogs, outfit videos, you name it, all things Disney on this channel. Now today I have a fun video that I thought I would do. I've seen other Disney YouTubers do it. I think the more recent person I saw do it was Erica. I will link down her YouTube video of this video that what we're doing today. But what we're doing today is my Disney bucket list. I talk about my Disney bucket list probably not on a daily, but mainly if Disney's on the topic or if I'm at Disneyland, I tend to talk about it like a lot. So I thought it'd be fun to share some of my bucket list items. They're like big die-hard dreams of mine to complete these, but a lot of them are very, very expensive because it's Disney and Disney is expensive. So I hope these come true in my life, even if I'm like, I don't know, an old lady and I'm still doing these things or traveling, which would be freaking awesome. I just want to complete them before, you know. Anyways, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with like Disney, and then I'm going to talk like Disneyland, because Disneyland is my home park. I'm from California and everything. I grew up being at the Disneyland park as a kid and stuff like that. I've been a pass holder in the past, so we'll talk about Disneyland. Later we'll get into my Walt Disney World bucket list items, and then there'll be like both park-ish or just generic ones, and then my really, really big ones that are like reaching really high. So, Disneyland ones. So, I want to stay in a Disneyland hotel. I've never stayed at one before. I will be staying at one for my wedding. When you have a Disney fairy tale wedding, you get like a complimentary room for your Disney like wedding day. So, we get to stay that night, our wedding night, at the Disneyland hotel. And I think it's just like a normal like room, probably like queen size, I can't remember, or a king size bed and stuff like that. So that is like complimentary that they give you. So I will be staying at Disneyland hotel next year when I get married, but I would love to stay at one like besides that. And I've always had like the dream to stay at the Grand Californian Hotel, but during Christmas time. It's always been a dream of mine since I was a little kid. Going to that hotel, it's just so, I'm a little person, so it's just so big, and it's just like, it's cozy. It has like the Christmas vibes, like when the tree's there and the gingerbread house and the fireplace, and it's just like all the feels. Like one day I want to stay there during like December, not November, like December, like during Christmas time. So I wish. Another thing that I'm going to throw in there, because it's at the same hotel, is I want to do the princess breakfast that they have at the Grand Californian. I think you have to like reserve it months in advance to like do it. But I think it's new this year and I want to do it because it's like really cute. Like maybe I can do it for my 30th birthday, which is next year. But I think it would be really fun, or like maybe for my bachelorette I'll do it. That one I don't think should be too hard to complete, but I've always wanted to do it. Meet some Disney princesses, have a nice like breakfast. I think it's like, is it like a tea party breakfast? Because that would be legit. Or is it like a buffet? I can't remember. I don't know all the details of that, but yeah. Next big bucket list is to go to Club 33. I want to go so badly. I think every Disney goer, lover wants to go to Club 33, and I feel like you can only go in there is if you or yourself is a member, or you know someone who's a member. I don't know anybody who has that kind of money to do that. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll meet someone who does and they love me, and you know, but I always wanted to go. My sister has gone, I think twice before, my older sister has, and the pictures she shows me, they're gorgeous. Like, it's very, very expensive. Like, you have to be a member, and there's like a wait list for the membership, and then also it's just like so expensive, so expensive. Next is to do a VIP tour or have like a VIP like plaid person for the day, just because, like, why not do that? You know what I mean? Just to like say that I've done it before. I don't think it's like too expensive, but then I hear mixed reviews where they are expensive and they're not, so I'm not sure. I've never really looked into it, but I've always wanted to do it just because. Next is I want to do the Walt's Main Street tour. So they have like this tour where you walk around Main Street. The tour is about like, I think it said like 90 minutes. So you tour Main Street and they talk about like Walt and all like, you know, the secret magic stuff and all that stuff. And you get to go into Walt's apartment. And I think you guys know, like, I love Walt Disney. I did like a project on him, I think multiple times growing up, like at middle school, elementary school, and I think in high school I did too. Just because I love Disney, I love him. He's such a creative person and everything. I used to want to like be like him growing up because I was an artist as well. And every time I leave the park, I always say like good night Walt and take a picture of his apartment. So I would love to go into that apartment and just like see like what he looked over, like Disneyland, and like, you know, just like, oh, you know what I mean? And then I think it's included where they have like a little snack bar where you can like have some like little snacks and drinks while you're visiting his like apartment, which is really cool. I've always wanted to do it. I think that one you have to book like in advance, and those are really hard to get as well. Next, I've only heard about this on TikTok. You can sign, you have to be like there, like the first person there, but you can sign the storybook ride, like book. They have like this, like, I think it's like a brown book, but like it's a book, and if you're the first like person to ride the ride, you get to sign it with your name. I believe it's everybody who is on the first boat, I want to say, gets to sign it. I don't think it's just like one person. I want to say it's like everyone on the boat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always wanted to do it. But literally you have to be there at rope drop and like super fast walk. You can't run at Disney. Super fast walk to Storybook. I just want to do it just to say I've done it. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things just to be like, eh, it's a simple thing, but you have to get there like super early. And like your legs, I have little legs, so I'd probably make Marcus run, not run, but like walk super fast because I have little legs and I'd be like, you know what I mean? Next is this one. I feels like I recently saw someone I follow on Instagram go in this like the other day. I'm not even joking, and I was just like, how did you make that Disney magic happen? Because I want that. They got to go in the Lily Belle's train cart. If you guys don't know what that is, it's part of the train at Disneyland. There is a specific like cart. I think it's is that the end? Like the caboose? I want to say it's at the caboose. And Lily, Lillian is her name, but Lily for short. Walt's wife has like that little like area. It's really, really pretty. And like, I think she got to design it and stuff like that. I've always wanted to go in there. It's just like, but I feel like the cast members who like work the train get to pick and choose, and then, or like famous people go in it, I don't know, but I saw someone the other day go in it, not the other, like on Instagram, obviously, and I was just like, that's my dream, I want to do that. Maybe one day it'll happen to me, just one random day, and I would you know, it would just happen. It's really, really random. I am getting married at Disneyland. I'm having a Disney fairy tale wedding. That's always been on my bucket list. I never thought it would come like true, or that I would meet someone who would want that to happen. And funny fact is that Marcus, my fiance, he's like, we're not getting married any other way except for getting married with Disney. And I was just like, okay. So we are getting married there, but in the future, maybe at our, I don't know, 10-year, 15, 20, 25, or whatever it is, anniversary, I would love to like renew our vows there. And I think it would just be like something really, really simple. I mean, the wedding that we are having is pretty like gonna be simple, but even more simpler. And renew our vows. That would be really, really cool. Now we're moving on to Walt Disney World. I've only been to Walt Disney World once back in 2019, 18. I always forget what year it was because after 2019 is just honestly a blur. It's been a blur. Like, let's be honest. But I have gone before. I went to each park once. So yeah, these are the things I would love to happen. I would love to go again. I would love to stay at a Walt Disney World resort, like hotel. I would love to stay at the Animal Kingdom one. It's the Animal Kingdom Lodge, I think it's called, just because like you get to view like the animals, which is like kind of insane. And if you know me, I am such an animal lover. I work in the animal field and animals just mean so much to me, so like that would just like, when they're like that close. I remember when we went on, what is it called, like the trail Jeep, I don't know what it's called, I've only been once. When we saw the lions, I literally cried, like I cried, because I was just like, oh my god, like Simba or Mufasa, because I'm that person. So would love to stay there. I would love to stay at the Grand Floridian, just because it's just like, it is so breathtaking, the pictures I've seen. I know it costs like $1 bajillion to stay at these places, but like I would love to stay there. Also, during the Christmas time, they have like this huge, I know that like Disneyland at the Grand Californian, we have our gingerbread house that they make, but like at the Grand Floridian, they have like a huge one, like humongous. I've seen videos and stuff like that, so I would love to see that. I also would like to stay at the Polynesian. I think it's at the Polynesian where they have the little bungalows. I remember when we went, I saw them and I was like, that's so cool. I would want to stay in a little bungalow. I've always wanted to stay in a bungalow before, just because they look so like interesting and fun. So that would be really cool. And then also I would love to go to the Trader Sam's there. My older sister is like obsessed with Trader Sam's. And I love Trader Sam's as well. I used to go with her like all the time, but it'd be really cool to like visit Walt Disney World's Trader Sam's and like compare the differences and stuff like that. So that's another thing. Those are like hotels. In the park, I believe it's at Magic Kingdom, I would love to do the Cinderella's Royal Table, like eat there, like, you know, I would love to like Disney bound as a princess and like maybe Cinderella and like eat there, because you get to meet Cinderella. I think, I don't know if all the other princesses are there, but I think it would be really fun and cute. I think it's like inside the castle, if I could be wrong, I don't remember. I remember seeing people like going in there, you know, because they had like reservations and stuff. I have been at the Be Our Guest. Marcus made reservations when we went to Disney World the first time, and it was like amazing. There's like 3 different rooms you can eat in. There's like the ballroom, then there's like Beast's like office cave, it's like dark and stuff, and then there's like another room, I don't remember what it was, but we were sitting there and then we requested to sit in the ballroom, and so we ate in there. But I would love to sit in Beast's like room where he has like the rose, because it's all dark and scary, so that'd be really cool. And you get to meet Beast, which was really awesome when we went. So, but I would love to do Cinderella's Royal Table. Next is, I don't think this will ever happen, because one, it's already expensive enough to stay there, and then the price is just probably just gonna keep going up. But to stay at the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, that'd be really cool. Both me and Marcus love Star Wars. We're having a Star Wars wedding. So that would be really nice and a cool experience, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And I love that Disney's like, why is nobody staying there? Because it's $1 bajillion. That's why nobody can afford it. Next is to do Walt Disney World's Christmas. I think it's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I just want to say that I've done it, or just go there during Christmas time would be really nice, just to like experience it in Florida at Magic Kingdom and stuff like that. Plus I've heard they have a lot of different foods and like activities, and I would just love to go, you know, I would just love to go. I think we did it last year, like Disneyland got like a Christmas party. I didn't go, but like I think we had one, I could be mistaken, but yeah. Speaking of parties, I would love to do like food and wine at Epcot. I think that's where they do it. Just because me and Marcus are foodies, and I would love to like do that. And I think we did it when we went to Epcot, like last time, where instead of drink around the world, I would like to like eat around the world, whether it was like their top like thing to eat there in each country. That would be legit. But I've always wanted to do that. I want to say we kind of did. There's some places I don't think we got anything, or we got like a snack, but I would love to do that. So and do food and wine there, because I heard like it's really nice there, and they have like all these things. I think is it the Food and Wine Festival, or is it the flower one? Where you get to like paint, like they do like a mural. I can't say, you know what I mean. And you get to like paint like numbers. That would be really cool. I've always wanted to do that. Next thing is I would love to bring in the new year at Walt Disney World. One, it'd be just really cool to just do it on that side of the world, well, not world, but that side of the country, to bring in the new year. I have brought in the new year at Disneyland before. I went with Marcus. I went, was it 2017, 2018? I can't remember. And I saw my dad there too, so it was like really nice to like bring in the new year with, he was then my boyfriend, but my fiance, and then my dad. It was really, really cool to experience that. So I'd like to experience that at Magic Kingdom. I think they might do something for each park, but I could be mistaken. I'm not sure. But yeah, I would love to do that. Another thing is I would like to do the Walt Disney World Keys to the Kingdom tour. I think that's for Magic Kingdom, but they have like a whole tour and stuff like that. I would just love to do it because it's Walt Disney World, do a tour in Disneyland, then do one in Disney World. Another thing is I want to ride the Skyliner. I'd be terrified though, because I'm really scared of heights. But when we went to Walt Disney World, they were getting like refurbished or something, so we couldn't go on those. They weren't like operating at the time. So I would just love to go on it, just to say that I've gone on it. I'd probably like cry the whole time because I'm so scared of heights. We did do the ferry boat. We went on the monorail. No offense, I prefer Disneyland's monorail. And then I also want to ride, they're like these like taxi boat water cars at the Disney Springs that you can like go on. I want to do that. I saw those and I was like, those look really cool and fun. So that would be another thing I would want to do. I think that's everything, yeah, from Walt Disney World. I have my little notebook here. Now we're moving on to generic / like both park themes. One thing I'd love to go is Walt has his family museum in San Francisco, so I'd love to visit that and like see everything, artifacts maybe and stuff like that. That'd be really interesting to see. I also want to see / tour Walt's house. I'm not sure if you like legit can. There were some places I looked up online that said you can, and others that says you can't. So I don't know if they used to do it back then and they don't do it anymore. I'm not sure. Even if I just drove by it to just see it, I'd be like, oh my god, like wow, Walt lives there. You know, to like tour it would be like a bonus for sure. But I just want to see it. You know, just stand right in front of it and be like, wow, this is where this genius of a man lived. So that'd be cool. Another thing is I would want to do the Walt Disney Studio tour. I'm not sure. I looked it up and I thought only cast members can go. Like if you're a cast member, you can tour it. But then I saw somewhere where you can get tickets and go, so I'm not sure. I think it's only cast member allowed, so maybe I'll become a cast member one day. I don't know. But I want to go there for sure, like to see all like the legendary stuff, all the artifacts, all like everything, the artwork, and just like be in that space. I also wish I could go through the Walt Disney archives. Like that would be, I wish I could do that. That's not on my bucket list. I mean, if I could do it, it would, but I know like I can't. But that'd be legit. Also, I want to do a Run Disney, so I want to do one at Disneyland and definitely Disney World. I've always wanted to do one. I used to run cross country in high school. I was on varsity. I was a captain as well. Anyways, I used to run. I don't run anymore. But to run that would be really cool. I would do like, I think they have like a 5K one. I wouldn't do like probably a half marathon. I never done one before, so I would love to do one at Disney World and at Disneyland as well. That'd be really cool. Another thing I would love to do at both parks is Dapper Day. I've always wanted to do Dapper Day, and I was really hoping that I would do one this year, but I don't know, maybe next year since we're getting married we'll do like a Dapper Day. But I've always wanted to just like dress up and stuff. But I heard this recent one, not a lot of people dressed up like dapper-ish. It was more just like, I know you can like dapper bound, Disney bound, stuff like that, but it was more like not as dapper-y, if that makes sense, or like, you know what I mean, like that style. Anyways, another thing I've always wanted to go see is The Lion King on Broadway. Growing up, Lion King was like my favorite, one of my favorite Disney movies and stuff like that. I cry every time, you know, Mufasa. I've always wanted to see it, like always. I know they did like a whole like tour and showing around the US recently, and they were here in Arizona like in the beginning of the year, I want to say, and I wanted to go, but I didn't get tickets. But I really want to see that. That's for sure on my bucket list. I feel like that one's maybe a little bit more easier to like complete, but yeah. Now for the big ones is I want to go to every single Disney resort park ever. I want to go to all of them, and that's always been a dream of mine. I've been to Disneyland. I've been to all the parks at Walt Disney World. I want to go to Disney, Tokyo Disney, Disney Sea, Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong, and Shanghai Disney. I want to go to all of them. It's on my big bucket list to go to every single one. Will I complete it? I'm not sure. I've never traveled that far. The furthest I've traveled is to Florida from California. So going all the way across like the sea, that would be like a really big adventure. I think the ones I really, it's so hard because like I want to go to Tokyo Disney because they have all like the cutesy stuff and everything, the cutesy little food and everything, and the merchandise is adorable. But then I want to go to Disneyland Paris because their castle is like, plus Maleficent, the dragons underneath the castle, like I want to see that. But then I want to go to Shanghai just because like Shanghai is like one of the newest ones. I think it has the biggest castle. I want to say it has the biggest castle there too. So it's like, yeah. This also includes that I want to go on a Disney cruise. I had the chance, guys. I had the chance to go on a Disney cruise. And my dad's probably going to like text me when he sees this video and he's like, oh my God. I could have gone. I was probably, I want to say like 9, 10 years old. I had a neighbor next door and her name was Kylie, not Kyrie, Kylie. And we were best friends, and her parents invited me to go on the Disney cruise. And I think they were going to pay for everything. I'm pretty sure they were, or else like they wouldn't have invited me. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say they invited me. They were going to pay for everything. I think the only thing is my dad probably had to give me money for maybe food, but I highly doubt that. I don't remember. Anyways, they were going to go on a Disney cruise. They showed me they got like a DVD, CD, whatever thing in the mail. They showed me all these crazy things and everything that we can do, me and my best friend with her family. And then I go to ask my dad, and my dad's like, no. And I didn't go. And of course, her and her family still went. And she sent me like a postcard. I don't think I have it anymore, but if I did, that'd be pretty cool. But it was nice for her to send me a postcard. It didn't come back until like months later when she was right back and everything. But I could have gone, and I didn't. And I feel like if I did go on a Disney cruise, I'd probably wait until I had like kids, just because I feel like Disney cruises are more for kids. And I don't know, I've never been on one, but that'd be cool to do, just to say you got on one. I've never been on the boat either, so I'm not sure if I would get seasick at all. So there's that. I think Marcus has been on a cruise and he got seasick, but I would just drag him anyway, you know what I mean? That, or I'd just take someone else. And then lastly, another thing I could include with going to all the resorts is I want to go to Ulani. I know Ulani costs like an arm and a freaking leg to go, but one, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, and two, just like, I want to have a Mickey shaped snow cone. I know it has like a certain name and I don't want to butcher on it. I'll try to like pronounce it, but it's a Mickey Papalua shaved ice. I'll insert a picture here. I want to have that. I want that so bad. And I also want this snack. I don't want to pronounce this one. It's a Mickey Masab. I should know what this is because Marcus eats it and his family makes it for me all the time. It's not Mickey shaped, but like I need a Mickey shaped one. One day I'll go to Ulani. I know it costs like an arm and leg and a kidney, liver, or whatever, but one day I'll go. One of these days I'm gonna go. I feel like that one is on closer to the top than going. I do want to go to the other parks, duh, but like I feel like that one's like above the cruise for sure. So one of these days I'll go to Ulani. But that is everything on my Disney bucket list. It was quite a long one. I could be missing things for sure, or I know in a couple of years there'll be new Disney experiences and stuff like that that will be added to it, and I hope one day I can complete most of the things. I don't think I could ever complete all of it because again, Disney is expensive, very, very expensive, so I don't think I'll complete everything, but you bet I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. So that is it. Definitely comment down below any of your Disney bucket list items. They can be as simple as riding all the Space Mountain rides. I know I asked Marcus a couple of his. He said to have a Disney churro at every single park. And then he also said to ride all the Disneyland rides and DCA rides. I think he's missing maybe like one or two of each park. But yeah, that is it. Definitely comment down below. Let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you guys will be notified every time I upload a video, which will start on December 1st. We're doing Vlogmas, and I'll be uploading every single day leading up until Christmas. So I'll see you guys in December. Bye.